Hello, 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 everybody. It's Tuesday. For those who may have missed it, I didn't stream on my channel yesterday because I was invited to a collab yesterday. It's at 5 p.m. We streamed Repo. It was me and most of the round table, and another streamer, Millie Suckybat. We had a good time. We did mods this time, and I honestly, the Repo experience is a lot better with mods. I like that a lot more. Which, hey, they make it easy to mod. It's interesting learning about that. So For those who don't know, there's kind of, especially after Lethal Company and everything, there's sort of a new genre of like collecting game, like kind of like Monster in the Basement style games. So you know, like Repo, Content Warning, Lethal Company, all that jazz. But it's interesting because Lethal Company and Repo are very like mod community friendly, as opposed to Content Warning, which is I have since learned that apparently the devs have made it very unfriendly to mod. Um, which I think overall probably Repo and Lethal Company will continue seeing more success than Content Warning because of that. Although I really like Content Warning as a base game. I you know, I actually really like that game. I thought it was fun. But usually games like that allow people to like allow a modding community to flourish are what really make the games. Kind of like I always think about Minecraft. Like the modding community really kind of made Minecraft success. Um, is like having a player community behind your game really helps with those, especially with multiplayer games. I don't know. Repo was fun. Repo was fun. I suspect I'm going to end up in a couple clips once, once Lefty's gone through her a video as she always does. You know. Oh gosh. Speaking of clips, I need to clip my nails. They're too long. I like having short nails. A habit I picked up particularly from working jobs that break them. Like I worked factory for a long time. And then prior to that, I worked in an ice cream parlor, and you will also break your nails there. It's really not worth having long nails, and that's just what I'm used to. And now when they get long, I'm like, eh. Yeah. And by long, I mean not even that long. I have my nail beds are like pretty far forward. I know some people don't have like nail beds that are far forward, so like for them, short, legit, like their nails like don't go past their fingertips, like short. Um, it's not possible for me to do that. So too long for me is pretty quick. It's like I might even just be like a single centimeter. Hold on. Why am I gonna? I'm gonna measure my nails. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. The other day, Ken Kiwi was telling me about how their nails were too long, and it was just like they were talking about like, gosh, I don't even remember, an inch, 2 inches, and I was just like, that's a lot of inch. I could not. Of course, my nails also are not that strong. Another reason I keep them short. It's like 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters is too long. Too much. No, 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 no. I have to cut my nails pretty much every week to keep them short. Not my toenails though. My toenails grow really slowly comparatively. And always have. So I get to cut them like once a month, sometimes once every 2 months. Yeah, not very often. Those ones I've always cut all the way down. Because socks are an interesting sensory experience, and like having long toenails does not make that experience better. So I've always kept them short. Thankfully, as an adult, I can find my own socks. You know, I'm not just being given socks by adults who don't know what the socks feel like. I kind of have a pretty good idea, you know. Plus, also, like, sensory, even though they're not marketed that way, sensory safe clothing are much more common these days. You know, like underwear with, like, the tagless stamps instead of, you know, Tags sticking. Oh man, I remember being a child. Underwear with tags, fabric tags. Horrible. Tights too. Oh god, tights were a nightmare. So if you get adult tights, they will have typically, if you buy ones that are worth anything, they'll have a crotch sewn into them. Children's tights, not so much. It's usually just two leg holes, and it's just like they just meet at the middle, and like that makes them so uncomfortable. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be playing some Toontown today, but I'm gonna yap at y'all like I usually do. I do have some tea, but it is iced tea today, so I probably won't finish all of it before streaming, or rather before playing the game. But I'm gonna sip on it nonetheless. It's an iced tea day. I did have hot tea yesterday. I found I had to be really careful though about how much tea I consume. For a little while there, at least right now, for a little while there, I was doing like 3 cups of, like up to like either two, like at least 2 cups of hot tea a day there for a little bit, like in March and April. But recently in the last few weeks, my bladder has been particularly irritated, so there's some days I have to just straight up skip having any tea or anything because it is a bladder irritant, whether I like it or not. I don't know precisely what's irritating it, like causing the inflammation or anything, though, because the tea is just adding to it. It's definitely not the source. The source of the problem. But ooh, seems like we might have a quiet day today, which is okay. Quiet days can be nice. Oh gosh, yeah. It's nice having much more tagless clothing being much more common these days. As an autistic person, that's great. Thank you. Oh god. Back before you had to cut all your tags out, and so there's some not fabric, but some clothing companies that make it like really hard to cut the tag off their clothes. Oh god. Like sometimes they would sew it into into the seams itself, and that was just hateful. Frankly, if you're gonna have a tag on it, at least make it so I can take a seam ripper to it without destroying my clothes. I could just take the tag off, please and thank you. Or I guess I don't have a seam ripper anymore. I used to. In this case, just thread scissors. I do still own some thread scissors. They're just really small scissors, itty bitty babies. I need to get a seam ripper though. Seam rippers are useful. I think I broke mine somehow. I don't really remember. I'm pretty sure I had one. I don't know what happened to it though. My goodness. I recently, because I wanted something to read last night, so when I say recently, I mean very recently, got into a new comic on Webtoons. Shadow linked it to me. That is Mofi. Mofi linked it to me. Called Marionetta. And it's pretty heckin' cool. It is set in a fictional land with a, frankly, fascist government, where magic exists, but the government has sort of covered that up. They have this whole saying of mysticism leads to chaos. The a lot of citizens know verbatim, but anyway, enter in a carnival, where everybody that's all of the carnies, everybody that works there, is actually basically undead and living there in an immortal state under the pact, but they can't leave the carnival. The whole thing. Um, there's a lot of different motivations going on, a lot of different characters, which I really appreciate. There's a nuance happening. And a lot of characters are very flawed, which I also really appreciate. I like. My favorite thing is people writing flawed, like nuanced and flawed characters. Yeah. I'm having a good time with it. That's what my brain is, and that's probably where we'll continue to be for the day. Uh, um, probably for the week, I did say this on Blue Sky. I'm going to be keeping most of my streams relatively on the short side. Um, I was feeling a lot of mental fatigue over the weekend. I did pretty much just take it easy, and I just played. My cousin Pokapatchy convinced me to play Vintage Story with him. And I just let myself play Vintage Story all weekend for the most part. I still got like a few things done. I got another back box. I got another box packed up. This one's books and CDs and a couple of DVDs. The entirety of Stargate SG-1. Because we do have the entirety of Stargate SG-1 on burned copy CDs. Because my dad made them back when, I don't know if they still do it, but Netflix, like when they first started, if you requested it, they were more like a rental company, so you could rent DVDs, like physical DVDs, and have them sent to your house. Um, so we have the entirety of Stargate SG-1 on burned copy CDs. um, Now, I don't know. I could not say if that was like a cheaper alternative to just buying the Stargate SG-1 box set. It's entirely possible it was. But nonetheless, we got it. Stargate SG-1 is like one of my childhood like TV series. At some point, Movi and I are gonna watch it together, which is going to be a lot. For those who don't know, Stargate SG-1 was basically one of the poster childs of like, I don't know, yeah, of the Sci-Fi Channel, like back in the day. Um One of the like most successful TV shows they've ever had. It ran for 10 seasons. It started with a movie, like a one-off film, and the film did pretty good, and then it ran for 10 seasons. Um and so it's like, 10 seasons worth of show, and like these are 40-minute episodes because they were the longer runtime episodes, like 40, 45. Um, the movie, I don't remember how long the movie is. So the pilot's like an hour. Yeah. It also has some of my favorite like characters in fiction. It's been a while since I watched the series proper though, so that might just be like childhood nostalgia, though I feel like it's not because Teal'c has my heart. Love Teal'c. I love his actor. I don't remember his name because I'm bad with names. Let me just. What's your name? Christopher Judge. Yeah, he played Teal'c. Anyway, which Teal'c, it's actually really funny watching like outtakes and bloopers from Stargate SG-1 because Teal'c is a very stoic character, and Christopher Judge does a really good job with that. But then, when he's not being Teal'c, he's actually a very expressive person, so it's like a 180. Which makes some of the outtakes like really, really funny. Like, Teal'c has a very flat affectation, which, looking back at it now, I mean, like, I latched onto this character really hard, and I thought his flat affectation was endearing and charming. And I'm like, so many autistic people have naturally flat affectations, and then, like, we learn to mask over top of that. I was never one of those. I was always, sometimes I have trouble with tone. Like most of the time I'm pretty good, but sometimes my tone just comes out wrong. Like, it was a real problem when I was a kid, because people would think I was like really angry sometimes when I was just like a little irritated. I don't know. My memories aren't like super clear about it. I've always had trouble with tone. Sometimes I still have trouble with tone. Um, but yeah, I'm a very high masker though. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. But I did. So, because of some of my upbringing, which I'm not gonna hash out a lot, like, its specifics on stream, but because of some of my upbringing, I had pretty heavy duty mask, that was wrapped into, like, layered with some coping mechanisms, like, well, actually, I should say defense mechanisms. They were defense mechanisms that weren't the most healthy. So I did have to sort of unravel that in my mid 20s and everything, mid to late 20s, which was only a couple years ago. And that was a whole thing. It's interesting too because I don't know. This is talked about in some parts of the autistic community, but like having when you've been masking for a long period and then unmasking, um, the skill degradation is so freaking real. It's so fucking real. You just and everybody, including yourself, is like, man, I used to do this. I used to do this. It didn't used to be this hard. Why is it hard now? Everybody's asking you that. You're asking yourself that, and it's like, well, the fact of the matter is that you had to build this mask as an autistic person to be able to do those things. But masking is inherently, like, it can be useful. There are uses for masking, but to the extent in which we often have to mask as autistic people, is very mentally and emotionally draining and exhausting. Um, and that's often why, like, burnout happens, because you're like trying to function like a holistic person and you can't, and you don't have enough support. But people don't know that you need support because you've been masking for so long. Oh God, it's like a whole thing. But yeah, the skill degradation is oh, oh, real. So freaking real. Not easy. Not easy to work with. You'll get through it though. If anybody here is working on unmasking for whatever reason. Now I kind of have like a couple new ones, like for streaming, but it's much milder. It's not it's not the same. It's not to the extent that it was. And it doesn't have all of my unhealthy defense mechanisms that I had because of some of my upbringing. Um, I had a parental figure, not my parents, but a parental figure that caused a lot of damage in me. She hurt me real bad. Um, a lot of defense mechanisms and coping mechanisms and stuff wrapped around that to navigate life with her in it. Um, these days I avoid her as much as possible. She is still alive, but I mostly don't see her. I see her for like obligatory reasons, like Christmas, which will be changing soon because we're moving states. But yeah, you know, stuff like that. It's been, it was really good for me to unravel those masks and like be able to remove those unhealthy coping mechanisms for me. Overall, like mentally, emotionally, I do a lot better these days. Um, it does mean sometimes if I have a bad day, I have to take a moment and let myself have like a bad sensory day because all days are different. There's some days where noise is fine, and then there's other days where like excess noise is really really bad, and the lights, and there's just the everything. Hey, bros! Hello, hello! It's good to see you, hon. I'm gonna shout you out, cause I can, cause I can, cause you're my friend, and I love you. And I've just been yapping with by myself. Question mark? No question mark me. I'm happy to see you. I'm gonna give you a shout out because I love you. Okay, listen. I feel like I don't really say it often enough because like I feel like I don't want to be overbearing about it with because like T and Lefty and you is like a whole bunch of people that I've only like we haven't even known each well. Lefty and I have almost been friends for a year now in T, but it could have been a couple months. It'll have been a year, but like we haven't quite known each other for a year yet. So I don't want to be overbearing and being like, I love you, but like, it's nice making new friends. I haven't made new friends for a long period. I talked about that with Lefty recently, because I really just had like my like couple groups of friends and that was fine. Uh, and I got more friends. I love you. You are very funky. Funky. I like that. I like that we're bringing back funky. Funky hip, funky disco. Platonically, of course. I don't know if we need to state that or not. Listen, chat, look at me. Chat, look at me. Ambrose likes men. I feel the need to state this for reasons. Ambrose likes men. Ambrose tried women. It's not his thing. All right? God. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna take a cough suppressant now. It's actually surprising how many people think I'm interested in the women I hang with, right? It's so strange. I don't First of all, even just like assuming that anybody in a group of friends has like they're interested or like they have crushes or like they're secretly together or something is insane. Like most people aren't like that. They just have friends. It's not we don't have to get all hey Lefty, if you don't have a lot of data left, so I'd be looking. If things are going well, love you. Love you too. Just been yapping. I was yapping about a lot of things. I was just yapping about unmasking and like the process of unmasking, especially if they're masks that like you've had for like a decade or more. You spoke positively of them. You was like them. It's so, especially like in regards to you as like a man and to us is it's very I don't know. It's giving heteronormativity. Thank you for the sip sip. I was actually about to take Cough present, so like this works out. It's giving heteronormativity. I have to say that. Oh my god, no, because I had to refigure out myself because of masking. Oh, I'm sorry, the hammer's over there. It still doesn't move with me. Just the limitations of the program. Like, I could try and have a setup so I have 2 separate redeems, but I'd have to turn them on and off, and I'd have to have... It'd be a whole thing. We're not doing that. Yeah, masking is a whole thing. And I went through that. Not necessarily figuring out who I myself was, but just because I've always had a very strong sense of self. Um, who that is has changed a lot over the years. I don't think, like, especially people who have met me now in my 30s, I don't think y'all would recognize who, like, me from like my early 20s or like under. Like, Ambrose, the me that I was at your age is such a different fucking person. Did somebody just ring our doorbell? Why are you ringing my doorbell? I bet you can hear me through the window. I'm streaming. My window's open. I want to mask myself, but Lord knows I gotta. Yeah, there's a lot of different reasons to mask, and most of it's survival stuff. Like, I still call bowling you being 30. 31. Yeah, I'm 30. I'm in my 30s. I don't know why this is hard to believe. The other day, oh God, I don't even remember which Mel it was because we have 2 Mels. They were just like, she was just like, whichever one it was. God was just like, you don't sound 30. You sound like you're much younger. And I'm like, well, I mean, I do put on this voice. I do have this voice. Like, this is not my normal tone, and like, you guys know that, but like, yeah. Of course, I suppose, Ambrose, you also have the added bonus of having actually seen my face. And I've been told I look young for my age anyway. I don't know. I got crow's feet coming in. I think they're adorable. Crow's feet are so cute. You like, man, capitalism has sold us this idea that wrinkles are bad, but like, crow's feet are literally like the wrinkles, the creases around your eyes that you get from smiling. They're fucking adorable. Snuggle lurkies, big ghostly hugs until I get home. Hee hee. Yeah. Love you, Lacty. In my mind, you're either in your 20s or below, or like 40 or older. The 30s don't exist to me. Oh, I can't wait to be a wrinkly old little bastard. Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean 30s don't? Okay, in my opinion, thus far, as somebody who's in their 30s, being 30 kind of rocks. Like, you're really starting to figure out by the time you're 30, unless certain things have happened, but for a lot of people, when you hit like in your 30s, you really start to like solidify things, figure things out. You know who your good friends are a lot of the time, or you just met some of them. I've looked 30 when I was 16. Bullshit, you have. People probably just thought that because like beards and stuff, and like they just don't know how to tell age. A beard does not actually make somebody look older. You can't paste a beard on somebody and make them look older. You think that, you don't know how to tell somebody's age. Only know people in their 20s or above their 40s. I'm young and dumb, okay? I'm just saying, 30s have been pretty great for a lot of people that I know. Pretty great. Like my sister, my IOL sister, not my clown sister, which is me lefty, has been thriving. Like, she's thriving. She's, she still has her struggles, but she's overall doing pretty damn great. Ay, ay, ay. I get to see her. I get to see everybody. It's my friend's birthday coming up. We're gonna have a party at her house. It may be like one of the last times I see them. The rhetoric is spelled like that. I don't think it's an originally English word. I'd have to check. Got weird spelling. Aging is a bad thing. Again, it's just something that's been sold to us. Well, it's actually a combination thing. So it's something that has been sold to us by capitalism, by companies, so they can sell us more products. It is also just, on average, the most humans fear death a lot. Like, I'm okay with it. I don't. Why is there a secret age? Exactly. Like, I, uh, I'm comfortable with the idea of death, but I don't. I think that makes me an outlier. I don't think that is the common human experience. And aging is like showing your mortality, right? Like, the older you get, in the back of your head, whether or not you're actively thinking about it or just subconscious, like whatever, in the back of your head, the older you get, the closer you are to death. And that makes a lot of people very, very uncomfortable. Like, lots of people very naturally afraid of death as a concept. You know? That's why a lot of people turn to religion. Whole life after death idea probably brings them comfort. Me, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. It's okay. I think that's cool. Oh, we don't know. We don't know. Fascinating. Hi, pigs. Midlife crisis is something people make fun of, but it's just people letting themselves be weird, their weird self, but now they have a budget. Yeah. I think I think midlife crisis is something people make fun of more in middle-aged cis heterosexual men because there's a certain type of guy who probably wasn't a very good person to begin with, and they have a midlife crisis and they go off and do things like cheat on their wife. But that's a whole other conversation. Joke's on you, my religion is worshipping a death god. Oh man. It really depends. I was thinking like common denominating my uncle. Yeah. You could call out Post for Ambrose's uncle, apparently. Um but yeah, I was thinking common denominator religions, like the most common ones that we have currently, the big ones, the big three, as it were. Um, you know, pretty much all of them have a life after death thing, so I see that a lot, and I'm like, I get it. I understand it. I'm not one of those people, but I get how we got there. When I was really little, I was raised Catholic. For those who may not know, I'm not Catholic anymore. Anyway, but I was raised Catholic, and there used to be. I have three. There's three of us. I have two siblings. I used to have three siblings. When I was really little, I liked the idea of heaven just because that sort of facilitated this idea that I might be able to meet my dead sibling someday, which I'm still kind of open to the idea of. But it's sort of now it's just like, I don't know, maybe. I give up on spelling valid. Hi, Bubba. Do you want out? Are you sure? You won't be able to come back in. You'll have to hide, like, on your green pillow or something. You. Yeah. I'll update on Bubba for those who know that he's been having bad inflammation. We're trying another round of steroids to see if it helps. It's a big, we'll see. I think he's still doing, even though the inflammation's like really bad, we're doing better on pain management for him. First, he gets a ketamine dose once a week, but we're doing better on pain management for him, so he's still eating and everything, which is great. He's just a little bit more dodgy. But yeah, death is interesting. Death is an interesting thing to think about. Actually, this feels like a good segue. I'm a big fan of Philosophy Tube. Abigail Thorne, I watch all of her videos. And she had a video on death last year. Curiously, around the time, I don't think it was either before or after Donnie died, and I found that hilariously coincidental. And I think it's a pretty good video on like the human psyche and like philosophies around death and how we deal with death and how death is kind of just interesting, especially in the digital age. Yeah. My coaster stuck to the bottom of my cup. So I guess it's a good thing I got a coaster because that's a lot of water. But yeah, everybody's on different levels when it comes to death. It is a very like normal response to be scared of it, I think. But yeah, Cozy Streamer talks about death. Internet death begins with a ukulele apology video. That's funny. But I was more talking about like actually deceased people, like oh gosh. The fella that died. Hold on. Ooh, Technoblade. Like Technoblade. Footprints left behind. Maybe like Facebook pages of the deceased, yeah. And his family makes money off of all of his like YouTube revenue and everything still. That stuff's interesting. Like the legal side of things. She's in the video. She talks about legal stuff. She talks about philosophical stuff, all that kind of stuff. It's a good video. Humans are so fascinating, truly. Each individual, and yet we'll band together on ideas and to find common comfort to something we fear. Yeah, I just find it's an interesting topic. But it has been almost 50 minutes. Obviously, we can keep talking about this, but I am going to launch Corporate Clash. I gotta move my cup. Move it over here. Go. Also, like that whole thing around, we like to immortalize our memories of places and people and things like that. Like, I have, like, to make it feel like they're still with us. Like, even I do this. I have a pendant that I pretty much wear constantly. It's a glass pendant that has my cat's ashes in it. And for me, it's very comforting. Let's be realistic here. I'm carrying him around everywhere I go. which in memory I would be doing anyway. He was a very special boy. But like in like actual like literal sense, I'm also carrying him around, so it feels like he's still here with me, even though he's not. That's something we do as humans very often. Hope. I think philosophically that's very interesting. Ew. I don't know why I'm looking. There's nothing new, and I know that. Anyway. One day there will be. One day. What are we doing today in the game? I'm getting a phone call. 1 second, everybody. Telemarketer, or rather one of those scammers, so I get them fairly often. I'm not sure how they... It might have been a doctor's office. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. And on Friday. Anyway, I have it's a double round of appointments. Anyway, I get calls every once in a while, and they're like asking about property that I own, supposedly, and I'm like, every time I'm like, I don't own any property. This guy was just like, I was like, no property. He was like, at all. And I was like, nope. And he just hung up. And I'm like, yeah, I know. You guys are just out here doing the, ooh, multi-slacker fight. Ooh. Yeah, let's start with a multi-slacker fight. We're gonna go back to the playground and reorder our gags for that. I get to look at Cahal's face. Gosh, sometimes you just have fictional crushes, and you know, that's fine and normal. Wait. Boop boop, gag training. Refund, walk. Won't have Zap on, but that's okay. There we go. Let's go. Zap's too weak for a multi-slacker fight anyway. Yippee! Slacker fight, multi-slacker fight. Walk, fashion, baby. Alcohol. We could lose. And I'm okay with that. That'll be so cute. Let's go. Drop opener. 1, 2, 3. Nice. They all hit. Very nice. Return. Welcome back, Lefty. Hello. We're fighting Cahal. I love Cahal. Ah, here they come, the cogs, the cogs. Yuppie. 10, 12, 10, 10, and 13. Could be worse. Sure. Your name isn't Albert? Also, it's spelled like that. Although that is a cute pun. Alrighty then. You don't have Zap. I'm gonna heal everybody. Zap. We're gonna see how this goes. We have 2 people who've never done this fight before. So far, so good, though. Yeah. Do another heal for you. Oh, wait. No, we're not. Meals with your throw. Yep. Clap, 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 clap. I rather found art I had done as a child, including a book I wrote about how to become a vampire. So you've always been obsessed with vampires. That's adorable. Lost Boys really did something to you. Whenever I hear the loud purring noises, I always think it's you before I realize it's the game. Yeah. Very much pre-Lost Boys. We're talking little vampire. We're talking young Dracula. Oh, cute. Very cute. I wouldn't have soaked that foreman anyway. Less damage. We're gonna have to focus down on this one. Interesting. Interesting, we're gonna say. Try and damage reduce. Either vampires or mermaids. Oh. Normally we keep drop for, you know what? We might be able to make that work. That enough? Well, got to find out. Dang. This is gonna get interesting. Oh boy. Imagine vampire mermaids. They don't usually mix. Oh God. What if vampires were just vampires of the sea? I mean, it would just really be interesting. Usually they don't make, like, first of all, like, classic vampires aren't supposed to be able to traverse through, like, bodies of water like that. They're not allowed, like, crossing. It gets interesting. Them called sirens. Oh, do I lure him? We gotta get rid of this guy. Get the fuck out of here. Alrighty. That's one foreman down. Already said they're hovering. You got it, fella. Jeez. Ironic name. They're sirens, yet they're the ones who go hooga. Time for a little bit of heals. Oh God, the overcharge. Oh boy. This fight goes very smoothly if you can take out the foreman in time. If you can't, things get a little bit rough. It's not impossible to win this fight. After that, it's just really hard. I feel the pressure. Okay, that's gonna have to wait until I'm not in combat. I cannot possibly do that right now. Like, not at all. Bless! I guess I could have gotten a heal out of that, but that's okay. I'm willing to wait for draft time. But why? Oh, you know. Hello, Saluna. Welcome in. We're in so much trouble in this fight. Well... Okay. Ooh, that's close. Good lord. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it that way, because I don't... Yeah, I can do tuna. Hi, Ash! Called you Jazzy because the person's building law. I was like, ooh, Jazzy live. Jazzy? Okay. I mean, yeah, you can't call me Lottie. You could call me... yeah. A little bit difficult, that one. Ooh, a miss. That's good. But hello, Ash. Welcome in. We have a few people stopping by. This is nice. We're fine. We got this. Like, I know they're Lottie. Oh, gosh. Little bread. Very full of bread. Jazzy Sours. Oh, we have also another redeem. Okay, I can do Box Lottie right now. I will let you know that Lefty redeemed Draft Lottie, which I didn't want to do in combat because I have to do a couple more toggles than just hitting like a single toggle. And that will still be happening. But here's some box lottie. We could do a boulder, yeah. I think we should stick with the pies. We can do boulder on another turn. Cake and pie. Flap, flap. We got past the foreman, so we're pretty much good as gold. We only need 2 to hit. 1, 2. Yeah, we did it. Just love Cahal. Super hyped to show people the new nightmare tonight. Yeah. Is that like almost done? Yippee! We did it. All ready to go. Wow, that was fast turnover. Like real fast. Thank you for the yippee, Ash. Okay. So, first things first, I actually need to run to the bathroom. My bladder's giving me trouble. So, we're gonna go do that. I will be back in 5 minutes or less. And I'll see everybody then, okay? And when I get back, I'll be giraffe. Be prepared. And... Oop, hold on. I didn't remember how to do this. I've only done this once, then I forgot my setup. Ugh, how could I? There we are. Now it's giraffe time. Bigger box. Yeah, because, like, I have to have an alternate, like, source for the... Ah, yes, the screaming. The screaming. Yeah, it's back because Lefty keeps redeeming it. Honestly, the frequency in which Lefty is redeeming the giraffe is mildly concerning. Oh, gosh. Giraffati. Do I attempt major player? I've only done major player once. It's been twice? I'm being melodramatic. Oh, went immediately to Alien Lottie. Well, okay. Alien Lottie it is. 1 second. Need to switch out. Saved, but oh no, what a shame. So funny. Alright, off we go. We'll do this building. 6-story building. Everybody said, we don't like the giraffe. I cannot blame you for this at all. I know what I made. God damn it, all those points gone. Yeah, that's just the price to pay. Somebody else redeems a different one. Ooh. Can I get a lure? Yes. Yes. Trapdoor, trapdoor. Go into the oubliette. Yippee! I'm surprised they passed, because this lure could miss. But that's fine. It did not. How does this big man... How do you fit through that? Toon logic. Thank you for the sip sip. Do the oubliette never be seen again? Ah. Now, real question, right? When people say things like oubliette, is it just because they have a big, like, personal lexicon? Or is it because they watched The Labyrinth growing up? Oh, that's not gonna... There you go. That's not gonna cut it either, but that's fine. Just gotta farm those points back. You'll be fine. Watch Labyrinth. Final Fantasy 12, personally. You're Stanley? Oh, you have one of the Stanley cups? Think about people's weird obsession with Stanley cups now. Oh man, I got hit? It has water in it. I would assume so. So much trap training. Yippee! Be skippy. My fiance's mom gave it to me for a Christmas present. That seems right. I went and bought more flavored bottled water tonight, so yum. I'm glad you like it, that's for sure. My dad likes bottled flavored sparkling water also. I don't know. I very rarely get tired of the taste of just regular water. So I do have to limit myself these days due to the bladder. Ooh, baby. That's a lot of fellas. Yeah, it'll probably do fine. I love Clear American from Walmart. I just drink tap water. Though when we move, I'm probably gonna have to have, because we're gonna have well water. I probably, although it'll be going through a water softener, so it won't be too bad. But I might want to have like a purified water pitcher for myself on top of that. We'll see. Glitter! I love throwing pocket glitter. We pretty much will have to have, there already is a water softener installed, it just also has to be attached to the house we're going to be living in. But we pretty much have to have a water softener because the, the water there is very sulfurous. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have ever been around sulfur, but it's like butts. It smells like butts. It smells like poo-poo, like farts. Tastes like it too. Like, you can drink it, you know, it's, sulfur isn't, like, particularly bad for you necessarily, but it's not good. It tastes bad. I drink bottled water here because it's not safe. Yeah, there's a few places like that. Probably a shame though, because like bottled water is just not cost effective. It's not environmentally good. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things with bottled water. Like, it's convenient to a point, but it's a shame when like a household has to just drink just bottled water. It's my turn. You have to let me have a turn, Jimmy. Like, it's so much more expensive to be buying bottled water all the time. There you go. You can boil it, put it in the fridge, but it doesn't taste good at all. Mm-hmm. Does, like obviously there are different levels of contaminants and reasons why water would not be safe. That's why I'm leading with this question. Are you, a water softener, obviously, installation is expensive up front. That can be tricky. Do you like little water purifiers? Like, is that not enough either? Lukewarm tap water. Why are your tap water lukewarm? Why is it lukewarm? Silly question. You're gonna make me do that? Okay, well, that's what I've got. You gonna live. We were gonna get one, but sadly, maybe in the future. That didn't, sadly, maybe. Okay. Yeah, fair. Oh, you know. No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't have lukewarm tap water. I don't know about you, but the thing that makes my water cold, in fact, can make water cold. Like... It works quite well in my house. Like, I don't know. The mystery is the fun part, is it not? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I guess. If you say so. Man. It's certainly very funny, in a way. Yeah. Mute myself so I don't make a bag sound. I want a gummy. I'll go. I got Sour Punch Bites on Friday, and I'm just at the end of what I got now. I may be a ghost, but I live for these bits. I really love the Sour Punch Bites. I really try to only get them like once a month, if that. I mean, they don't have a lot of self-control with Sour Punch Bites. Or just Sour Punch candy in general. Because I really like sour candies. There's a gummy, so it's like chewy. Mmm. Gummies are my favorite because they're like a stim that you can eat. Sounds like a good time. If you like sour candies, yeah. Everybody does. In fact, somebody I know recently was just like, people who like sour candy are masochists. And I looked him dead in the eye. Well, I didn't look him dead in the eyes because he was driving. But whatever. We're going to say I did for the drama. I looked him dead in the eyes and I was like, yeah, that's the point. Yeah. Yummies by the tummies. I don't know. Pretty much just like, yeah. That's the point. I also like spicy food. Like, I don't know how sour candies interact with the... Okay, so the nerves that detect spice are almost identical to pain nerves. So, in a way, spicy, like, people who really like spicy food were kind of masochists. I don't know if that's the same with sour things, but I wouldn't be surprised. I could look into it sometime. Be fun. Oh yeah, spicy food is good stuff. Yes. Try toxic waste, Lottie. It's liquid though. Well, it's semi-liquid. I don't like liquid candies. Not my thing. I like gummies. They're chewy. I can gnaw on them. Toxic waste ever makes a gummy? No, there is hard-covered candy and gummies, etc. Oh well, I mean, maybe sometime. I've only ever seen the like actual like liquid stuff. I've never seen the other stuff. I like Sour Punch. I like Sour Punch Kids. Albanese makes a really good gummy. The sour ones aren't like crazy sour or anything, but they are very tasty. Very, very tasty. Ooh. Down on 2 guys? But why? That's just weird. Y'all being weird. That'll work. Sour gummy worms in my feet. Pushes my intense hot sauces under the sofa. Definitely not a masochist thing. Hot sauce is an interesting area for me because as a 30-year-old, I don't like it missed. I get heartburn now, and not from spicy things a lot of the time, but rather from high acidity things. Well, not high acidity. I'm not sure precisely what it is because the gummies don't give me problems. Like sour gummies don't give me problems. I haven't really figured it out. But vinegar does. Vinegar gives me problems, and most. 90, 50, 51. Most hot sauces are vinegar based. You can get hot sauces that have like other bases, but they're harder to find. So I actually don't eat a lot of hot sauce. Not anymore anyway, I used to. I also don't like most spicy candies. I like cinnamon candies. Cinnamon candies are nice. I complete the circle and create spicy worms. Listen, if a company made cinnamon gummy worms, I'd be happy. I'd be a happy camper. But I don't like the kind that are spicy because they use capsaicin oil because it tastes bad. It tastes bad. I don't like it. I can taste the oil. I don't like it. I'm not normally a sweet tooth, but I accept challenges. I like hot tamales a lot. Hot tamales, cinnamon candy. It's great. Lovely. Wonderful. But I don't know. Knock him dead. We'll see if it works. That's unfortunate for that person. They got DC'd right at the end. It was one of the worst challenge ever when those spicy jelly beans, my fancy and me did it for fun. I was chugging milk. Never again in my life. I would try them, but I probably wouldn't like them. A lot of spicy things or just all spice and no flavor, and I'm not really about it. If it doesn't taste good, what's the point? How do I feel about hot wings? I love buffalo wings. I am a buffalo wing fan. Connoisseur. I love them very much. But there's a certain threshold. Like I was dying. Rest in pieces. Adds them to the sub-goal list. There's a certain threshold where it's just... just doesn't, I got distracted by the game. It just doesn't taste good. Like, a lot of the time with the spicier you get with, which I'm still on the spicier end, like, from the local place I get, I'm like 3 steps above like a regular hot, and that's good for me. But when you get up to like the really extreme end of them, it's not fair. It's just... Hmm. 60, 60, 120, 90, 90. Okay, we're gonna go all the way up then. Here we go. It just tastes like hot and vinegar, and at some point you can't like taste anything else about it, like the spices or... what's the point? Can't taste the food, then it's not worth it. Exactly. That frog someone just clipped through the elevator door? Yeah, it happens all the time. Normal stuff. Oh, Bubba, my Bubba. Hey, Bubba. You just sitting there? You look a little sad, my guy. Hey, Bubby. Sitting on my rug. Bubba, my baby, how's he been? We're giving him another round of steroids to help with the inflammation in his mouth. Because there's been a lot. We're not really sure what else to do. Otherwise, it's pretty much just pain management, which we're doing to the best of our ability. I've told you this before. Let's see, he gets a cold laser twice a week. He gets a ketamine injection, a low, very slow dose pet ketamine injection, once a week, and he gets gabapentin twice a day. Again, at a I keep doing that. I don't have Zap, you know? Anyway. Ooh. Interesting. You should be there you go. That's better, much better. Always here wishing the best for the little guy. Yeah, it's just, you know, he's an FIV cat. He doesn't really have an immune system. And this reoccurring stomatitis has been the biggest hurdle with him. Hopefully he doesn't get any further complications. We got really lucky. We got really lucky with oops. Jeez, I'm so distracted. Well, that's fine. I got really lucky with Donnie. That he never really had like a lot of complications. He had arthritis. You know, he got cold sometimes, but he never got like pneumonia. He never got diabetes. He never, you know, never got any like really serious complications. Good job. And there's so many that can happen because, well, no immune system. But we're doing the best we can. Bubba's my little chronic pain man, and I'm like, him and me both. Although, recently I've been pretty okay overall. Sometimes I still get pain spikes from my endometriosis, which I can tell it's my endometriosis because it's like certain areas in my body where I just get a sudden pain spike, and it's pretty bad. But the cat matches the owner, I guess. You know that whole thing, that whole saying. Oh gosh, ooh, a mint. I need a mint. That's wonderful. Still need to do these facilities. There we go. Wonderful. Is there a fishing? No, there's not. Okay, well. To the playground. We will wrap up stream at the top of the hour, so that's in about 20 minutes. Oh, I should look and see. When was Alien Lottie redeemed? Alien Lottie was redeemed a half hour ago, so you get another 10 minutes. Yep. We do some fishing while we wait. While we wait to do this mint. Fishing. If it stops raining for long enough, I would like to try and walk down to the post office and see if they're open now. I don't know if they'll... I guess I could check Google and see if they've updated. I don't know if they're actively updating their hours. So for those who don't know, I tried to go to the post office on Friday so I could get some stiff flat packs. For the rest of my art. I need 2 more, I think. But they're closed because they were temporarily closed because they didn't have internet. Presumably that's fixed by now. This is the saddest story of 2 photos. Yup. 1000%. But it's also been raining, so... Awooga! Can't walk to the post office. Hey, Shay! Hello! Welcome to my chat. Good to see ya. I feel old seeing Toontown again. Yep. Welcome in. This is specifically Toontown Corporate Clash. There are two main fan servers for Toontown. One of them is rewritten, and there's Corporate Clash. Yes. They both differ quite a bit on a lot of things. Rewritten has its strong points, Corporate Clash has its strong points. Just depends on what kind of experience you're looking for. You know. But yeah, welcome in. I mean... Okay. There you go. No worries. Man, the biggest thing, truly, about Corporate Clash, like, not Corporate Clash, but just Toontown in general, is, like, all of the math you have to do in fast mode in, like, under X amount of seconds. That's okay. A little bit of damage, no big deal. Gotta get up this gear. These tunes don't dilly-dally. Played OG Toontown is good. It was fun. Between Toontown and Wizard 101. I also played the OG for a while. My family was in the beta. That was a whole thing for me. 50. Yeah, it's just gonna be a bunch of 50s here. Oh, got 149 health. Yep. We moved on from Toontown pretty much roughly around the same time World of Warcraft originally came out, and then we became a World of Warcraft family. So. That's 120. Been good times about World of Warcraft. Never played it myself though. Like, it had a really good run. Unfortunately, everything, Blizzard, everything Blizzard touches eventually turns to ash. Change? I mean, yeah. Blizzard be Blizzard, they can't... They're just... They ruin every game they make, eventually. Like, it took them quite a bit longer in regards to World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft had a really good run for a long time. It took them a while. But they still got there eventually. Yeah, I would not play current World of Warcraft. Man! It works very differently to jump in Toontown compared to other games with platforming. Not fluid. That's okay though. But it throws me off because I play so much Infinity Nikki, and the movement in Infinity Nikki is very fluid. Burp. Yeah, I have really good memories of years and years of playing World of Warcraft. Like, my family played from beta all the way up until... my mom and I were still playing roughly until a little bit after... Gosh... Cataclysm? I'd have to look at what order things come out. Somewhere like Mist, Pandarin, Cataclysm era. Somewhere in there. Yeah. Played for a good long while though. And then for a little while again, when they put out World of Warcraft Classic, I played that when it was still like vanilla World of Warcraft, before they started rolling out the expansions. I played that for a little while with a couple of my friends. A moment. Need to refill gas. Quacker Oats! That's a good name. Love that. Love that. I would still generally say, MMO-wise, I haven't really seen as good of like like the world building, like the map design and all these things quite on the level of what World of Warcraft has had for itself. Don't know if you remember this game. Ever heard of the game called Fusion Fall? I do know of Fusion Fall. I did not experience Fusion Fall. Gotta go prepare some eats. Of course, have good eats. In spirit. Ba-dum-bum. Best of luck with the rest of this Toontown. Love you too, Lefty. We're just doing a couple of facilities. It's not super interesting, but at least I can yap. It doesn't take much attention. I did. It was interesting. Yeah, that's what I heard. It had some interesting storylines, to be sure. No, a lot of the MMOs I played that are now gone are like, Tabula Rasa. Tabula Rasa was pretty cool, but did not last because they had problems at the higher end levels with farmers that completely ruined the high end experience for people that were just regularly playing the game. I played the original Star Wars MMO, which was Star Wars Galaxies. Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to do it that way. I'll just go across. I really, really liked Galaxies. Oh god, I'm failing at this. I've been playing too much Nikki. I want it to move in a way it doesn't. There we go. I played Earth and Beyond. Earth and Beyond was rad. That was a very cool MMO. That was a spacefaring MMO. That actually had an ending, like a canonical story ending. And when all of the servers reached that ending, they said, "Okay, everybody, we did it. Thank you so much for playing. The game's over. That's it." And they closed the servers down, which is like unprecedented. Like, MMOs don't normally do that. That game was fantastic, though. Good game. I was a child, but good game. Very good game. Gosh, what other MMOs I've played? I've played Firefall, which I think is still around, potentially. Unfortunately, the, like, game repetition wasn't great. They did this thing where to basically unlock more classes, you had to level, like, if you weren't paying money, to unlock more classes, you had to level up the base, like, classes, and then you get the specialty classes, which would normally be fine, except then you have to redo all of the same quests over again to then level that class, and that was really very, very tedious. Very, very, very tedious. Oh, it's like a pay-to-win, huh? It kind of was a little bit, yeah. Here you go, Bubba. You can go. Good boy. A little bit, especially because they did have some PvP in it. It kind of was. Kind of cool otherwise, though, because it was another, like, shooter MMO, and those are few and far between. Like Tabula Rasa was also a shooter MMO. Didn't have PvP to my recollection, though. It had PvE. But yeah. I played so many MMOs. I did not play RuneScape, believe it or not. That never happened. I think I was still playing World of Warcraft. I've played Lord of the Rings Online. That one is still around. That one has a super strong community, and they just upgraded. They have an upgraded servers from. All of their servers were originally 32-bit. They are now 64-bit. Very exciting for them. I like our MMO she's used, like, from those our childhoods and the one we have now as so fun for Destiny 2 have their pros and cons. Yeah. We're not in, like, the MMORPG era anymore. Where people were, like, trying to come up with all of these MMOs left and right. I really like that era, honestly. These days, I kind of find most MMOs pretty boring. I like Toontown because it's whimsical. But even then, it's really grindy, so I only play it in, like, small doses. I did try Elder Scrolls Online, didn't care for it. I like Elder Scrolls games. The MMO is just kinda... It's a game. I also played Destiny 2 briefly because it's a Bungie game. And it is, like, kind of their baby. Didn't stick around. What? Why? Oh, well. Didn't stick around with that. There's a lot to like about it. But really the main focus is still kind of like endgame. And I'm not really an endgame. I like the journey in an MMO. I'm not really an endgame MMO player. I got into it because one of my friends one of your friends on Discord, yeah. I have tried Final Fantasy XIV. It is not for me at all. I don't care for it. Gosh. I played Guild Wars 2 for a long time. I still have I still have an account. I don't really play it anymore. All of the content I was like primarily interested in isn't really a thing anymore. Well, I mean, it's not that it isn't a thing, but it's stuff I've already done. It doesn't have like a ton of repeatability for me. Man, so many games. So many games. Yeah. It's just like, what about an MMO makes it a good MMO? I've seen people play that. It looks fun. Oh, I forgot which one we were talking about already. Oops. You can switch. You can switch. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Guild Wars 2. Yes, yes, yes. Guild Wars 2 is a lot of fun, actually. Like, it's super fun. It has a lot going for it. Like, I could still recommend it to people if they are looking for an MMO to play. I think it's a really good game. Just, not a lot of content for me as... Well, actually, there is more content now, because I did get... a complicated conversation. Oh boy, a bot. 1 second. One of these days, I am going to install Seribot, and Seribot will catch all of those. And I won't have to think about it anymore. Gotcha now. Fur biting this bastard. You could report them for me. That'd be helpful. No worries. It's just a bot. I think depending on what kind of MMO experience you're looking for, Guild Wars 2 isn't necessarily going to be for you, but you can't... I think they have a free trial up to a point. You don't necessarily have to commit to anything. I think. Pretty sure they do. I like the Sylvari. I like playing a Sylvari. They're plant people and they glow. Matter of fact, I could show you my Sylvari. Hold on. Let me go. You just add image. Okay. Let me see. Where are my pictures of Nasilla? Where my girl at? Where is she? No, she's here, so. For me, MMORPGs are more fun with friends than solo. Yeah. Yeah, they are. That's because they're designed to be around cooperative group play, you know? Wait, there's my girl. Not a very big picture, but there she is. Growing up, I did mostly, to an extent, play like MMOs in a very solo play way. I spent a lot of time like role-playing in my brain by myself. World of Warcraft was pretty good for that. But I think now, you know, we can turn in both of these. Wonderful, wonderful. Yippee, let's go. We'll turn them in, see if we can get any more kudos, or if we're going to start another thing, and then wrap up for the day. We are at the 2-hour mark. Ba-ba-dum. And then there are some games that are not MMORPGs, but are technically MOs, like multiplayer online, but not massive multiplayer online. The first Guild Wars game was like that. But Infinity Nikki technically falls under that. It's mostly solo play, but you can like share photos, and the co-op that they recently introduced doesn't work fully, but there is a co-op technically now. They're still working on that. And that can be fun. I'm a big Infinity Nikki fan, although this last update has problems. As pretty much anybody in the Infinity Nikki fandom is wont to tell you. There's a lot of issues. First of all, there's 2 banners, and there's just stuff. There's stuff going on. Honestly, if you ask me, it feels like, oh, you know what? It's back. I should have gone back to normal, Lottie. Hold on. Here we go. It feels a little bit like some of the things that they pushed out. Feels kind of like executive meddling. We have no way of knowing for sure. This is just speculation. It just has the vibes of producers and execs wanting something that was probably not a good idea. They pushed it out too soon, so it's been very buggy. The whole game for everybody. Some people who haven't been able to play, which when you have a limited, because it is a gacha, you have limited time banner runs and a bunch of your audience cannot play the game. That's bad. That's colossally bad. Okay. That's AA. Kudos. We'll go get another Acorn Acres task. I know that paint all too well since I play FEH. I don't know which one that is. Oh, Fire Emblem Heroes. Okay. I was thinking, I'm racking in my brain. I'm like, I don't think there's a Hoyoverse one that can be, that has those letters. I was like, what are we talking about? Infinity Nikki is the first, gacha. Wait, I don't need to be in here. Gacha I've played. They're not normally my jam, but the thing about it is the game genuinely has so much going for it. It just feels like they really fumbled the bag with this last update. There's so much that they've done that's a mixture of just bad PR, predatory practices. Some things were pushed out too early, so it's really buggy. They retconned some story, which was a really bad call. And makes no sense. I can't personally think that the writers made that decision to do that, and rather somebody up top did. There's stuff going on. No. Sorry, Wonder Sticks. We are wrapping up. Sorry. Off. In a minute. Boop, boop. Gosh, these all kind of... You know what? This one will happen. I'll take that one. Okay. There we go. Now we can wrap up for the day. for coming to the show, everybody. If you like the show, come back for more. I stream Monday through Thursday. We have fun here in the tent. I really don't have any other announcements for the week. Had a collab yesterday on somebody else's channels. 3 people streamed, but not me. Which is a common thing that we will run up against because a lot of the people that I stream with have 18 plus channels, and my channel is not 18 plus. So when I hold collabs with them, I'm not going to be streaming from my end because, like, if it's a multi-stream kind of a deal anyway, I'm not going to do that because it just doesn't work. Whereas opposed to when I just hold a collab that is just on my channel and I've got guests, they know how to be, like, they know what's up. So, clash of audience, yeah. It just doesn't work. Doesn't work. And that's okay. I still had a really good time yesterday. The mods for Repo really made it better. But yeah, had a collab yesterday. We're keeping streams relatively short this week because I am feeling some mental fatigue. And I've got other stuff I gotta think about. Yeah. That's pretty much it, though. I gotta find somebody to raid. Let me look. Stream manager. Oh, yeah. Perry is streaming, it's Perry streaming Toontown Rewritten today. Oh. Who's somebody I haven't raided into? Aha! Raven, somebody I know. From a mutual. Is streaming. They're playing Baldur's Gate 3. Look after that brain, lots. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Raven Chaos Kaiju. I like her. At least the few times I've been in voice chat with her, I like her. Oh yeah. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I may see you tomorrow. If not, I hope you have a wonderful week. Remember to stay silly out there, okay? Bye now. Bye.